I think I'm going to change things a bit. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. I'm on, oh boy, that got really dark really fast. I don't think I like that. I'm on Bear Watch. I'll wait till a few people come in and then I've got to head out. This is a weird place to put it, but I put my microphone up on my glasses because I don't have a headset to put it on and I don't want it up here on my collar. I guess I can show you my new shirt. You can sort of maybe kind of see it. It's backwards. It says Lifetime Donor, Wheels Through Time Motorcycle Museum in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. I'm at the ranch. Dave is somewhere between Tennessee and Pennsylvania right now. He should be arriving at his hotel. What time is it? 6:30? Pretty soon, I think. He'll be arriving at his hotel pretty soon, probably in the next hour or so. Staying at a Holiday Inn Express because that is the best. I shouldn't say it's the best hotel. We do like Holiday Inn Express though. We like them because they have a breakfast in the morning, which I usually can't eat, but he can. And when we have the grandchildren, it's totally worth it to have breakfast. And he's not real good at feeding himself when he's out and about. He takes snacks and drinks, but he doesn't take real food. I'm not good at it either, but I'm better than him. Hello, whoever just came in. Thanks for joining me. You're on Bear Watch with me. You probably didn't realize that when you clicked on in here. I'm sitting at my ranch. I'm in my motorhome right now. I am about to go out and set up the alarms. We have some motion alarms that will go off if the bear decides to make a showing. And whoever was in here just clicked off and went away. Oh, well. Hello, whoever just came in. I don't know if you're the same person who was here before. Welcome to my world. I'm sitting in my motorhome on Bear Watch, waiting for the gigantic male black bear to show up. If he comes around, I'm going to dispatch him. I can't show you what I've got for him. It's going to be a little bit dark for a second. I've got to turn the lights on outside. Sorry guys. My technical abilities are limited, but I've got to set up the alarms out in the yard. My little dog wants to come with me and she can't come with me because she'll go out and get lost. She can't hear. I'm so sorry it's so dark, you guys. I wish I had a light. I'm just putting on my boots. I've got to go I've got to go over and into the goat pen. Hello, Eddie. Hello, Lewis. You figured out how to, I don't think so. I don't think so, Eddie. I mean, Lewis. Okay, I don't really do shout outs, Eddie, only because a lot of times what people want me to say is something lewd and crude, and I don't like to do that. So I've got to go out to the goat pen. You guys are coming with me. I don't have a sidearm on me, so if the bear comes around, I'm screwed. But I don't think the bear is here right now, so that's good. Hey, Danny. I think Danny. Sorry, it's very dark because it's dark in East. Oh, sorry. It's very dark in East Tennessee right now. I have a floodlight on. My dog came out of her dog house. Hey, guys. You guys can say hi to my goats, maybe. Can you see Gimo? Hey, say hi, Gimo. I don't know if you guys can see him. I've got to grab the motion alarm. You're in Nigeria. Hey, Kingsley. I'm in the United States. God, let's see. Where is the setup? Here we go. See, I've got my alarm and I have to set it. Oh gosh, here we go. Got to set it right there. That is my motion detector. And it'll go off if the bear walks toward the goat barn. And if it goes off, then I will know. I'll have, sorry for that noise. I've got 3 alarms. One is behind the barn and one is at the front of the barn. and one is next to my motorhome. So I've got to set up the one next to the motorhome as well. My dog just came out of her doghouse. She's probably wondering what I'm doing. I'm on bear watch because we have lost 2 pregnant goats. Sorry for the darkness, you guys. Hey, Jaja. Hi, girl. We'll walk over to say hi to my doggie. Hi, pretty girl. She's my first bear alarm. She'll let me know that the bear is here. Hi, sweet girl. Her brother used to chase the bear away, but her brother is not here anymore. So it is up to us to chase the bear away. Well, we're not planning on chasing the bear away. We're planning on giving it a lead infusion. A very sudden lead infusion. I'm going to go into the motorhome now. It is so dark, and I do apologize. I have to get an alarm and set it up out here. I don't have a light, and I don't know where it goes. No, girl. You get in there. Get in. Good girl. Hi, big guy. Okay, I'm going to turn the whole light on in here. This little tiny light is not enough. Let's get this light on. Here we go. Hey, I'm here, guys. Hello. Okay, now I've got to... Where's the other alarm? Okay, there's the alarm. I'm just trying to get things set up, you guys. It's my first night on Bear Watch. And I know that my husband sets it somewhere over here on the side of the motorhome, but I can't see where he sets it. But I know it's here because maybe it's just on the step. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to set it on the step. If the bear, so you can't really see it very, no, you get in the house. Go. If the bear walks past this beam and trips it, then I'll hear that alarm go off. So we've got the 3 alarms. Okay, let's see. Are all 3 alarms turned on? I've got the motorhome steps. Oh yeah, he puts it on the steps. That makes sense. And then the front of the stall, I've got that one on, and behind the stalls. Now the bear came over behind the goat stalls the first time it took one of our goats. We didn't know that it was a bear that took the goat. We honestly thought either she had a medical emergency and wandered off, or someone stole her. We didn't know that she had been taken by a bear. Hey, Kimbo. I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds weird. All right. Thanks for the thumbs up. Whoever gave me a thumbs up, I appreciate that. So I'm just sitting at the ranch, bored, waiting. I do have a 45 right there I'm looking at, and I have a shotgun over there. And the shotgun has, I think I clipped my hair on my microphone and it hurts. The shotgun has slugs in the shells instead of just birdshot or something like that. Either bird or buckshot. So those do damage. And my husband did hit the bear in the backside about a week ago. Oh, the smell of smoke, huh? Well, actually, since we can't be here every night babysitting our goats, we need to neutralize the bear. I think the shot to the backside last week may have wounded it enough that it's already dead. But we don't know for sure we just don't know for sure. So we're kind of up at the ranch every night. Normally I'm home with my dogs, sleeping in a warm house. And actually, that reminds me, I need to turn on the furnace. It's starting to get a little bit cold in here. Furnace has been off all day. Let's see. There we go. Oh, yeah, it's cold. It's cold. I should put my jacket on. I actually should have brought a bathrobe, you guys. I've got some nice bathrobes. So I'm just waiting for my dog to decide to go back to sleep. Let's see if I can turn this spotlight off that's out in the yard. There we go. Spotlight's off. Unfortunately, she's looking in here at me in the motorhome. She can see me. She wants to join me. She usually sleeps with me. I'm in Tennessee, Kimbo. I'm in Tennessee, Northeast Tennessee, the lost state of Franklin. I normally sleep with two dogs on the bed with me and one on the floor beside the bed. And YouTube wants me to ask you about a food that is better homemade. A food that's better homemade. I would say scalloped potatoes. Night vision and a Bowie. Well, Kimbo, it's about a 500-pound bear. So it carried off a goat that weighed close to 100 pounds with no drag marks and no signs of a struggle. Just picked her up and carried her away. So she's pretty doggone strong. Yeah, it's only a black bear. You're right. But it carried away two goats that were between 80 and 95 pounds each. And it carried one of them, the bigger one, away with no struggle at all. Carried, jumped over a 4-foot fence and took her with it. So, and well, there you go, Kimbo. There you go. I will do it with a 45. Most likely. I feel more comfortable with the 45 than I do with the shotgun. And it if it comes back, hopefully I won't have. Hey, chirping, you did make it. Good deal. What time is it where you are? Is it 4:30? It's not even dark where you are, is it? 360 pure muscle. I have a hard time believing that, but if you believe that, that's awesome. That's good for you, Kimbo. Good for you. Generally, someone who is 6'4" and 360 is not pure muscle unless you are a full time bodybuilder. And then you have other issues, like you couldn't wrestle a bear because you might break a fingernail. You know, full time bodybuilders are princesses. So there's that. Anyway, yeah, it is just a big black bear. That is true. He's a big black bear and he's a hungry black bear. Hey, Keith. Hello. Thank 4 thumbs up. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. Look at my new t shirt. It's backwards. I know it's backwards. I guess I could flip it around. Uh, yes, I'm sure, Kimbo. I'm sure. Okay, I'm going to turn this around. Pardon my mess. Here, there you go. You see my motorhome. Yeah, there we go. There's my shirt. Can you even read it? I can't. I can't tell. Help me. I just. Did you guys see that? Oh gosh. Yeah, we just went to Maggie Valley yesterday. I dropped 2 videos yesterday that showed some of the bikes that we saw. I've probably got 30 videos to drop, but I fell asleep early last night. I'm not sleeping very well right now because of the whole bear situation. My husband was really nervous. Last night he was beside himself. He was really worried about leaving me up here alone. But I'm not alone. I have the dogs with me. Um Kimbo's like, oh, Keith, that is so funny. He uses a fake name. He's probably like 5'5", 125 pounds. He probably weighs what I weigh. He's like this little spindly guy. That's hilarious. Keith, thank you for the laugh. Yeah. I did not know that Kimbo Slice was a fighter, but that's hilarious that that guy calls himself Kimbo Slice. That's really funny. Oh gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah, no, you're not offering to. Oh, Kimbo, you need to go somewhere else, sweetie. Night vision and a Bowie. Oh, God. Anyway, I use a 45. I will use the shotgun if I have to, but most likely I will use a 45. Um, a nasty bully. Well, I do like to laugh at a silly person. I really do like to laugh at a silly person. And it sounds like Keith has a pretty good sense of humor. At least Keith knows the facts. Kimbo Slice is dead. And anyone pretending to be a dead fighter and saying he's 6'4" and 3 whatever pounds of pure muscle, Oh yeah, yeah, Kimbo, you're a tough guy. All 5 foot 5 inches of you, and 125 pounds. Yes, you beat me by 5 pounds. You could probably win in a fight. Hey, 7 people in here, watching this little man pretend to be a big man. That's awesome. Anyway, well, Kimbo, you're funny. I would put you on timeout, but you're absolutely hilarious, especially knowing that your name is a fake name because that person passed away a few years ago and claiming to be, what are you claiming to be? Let's see. You are claiming to be 360 pounds of pure muscle and 6'4", which is actually imposible or impossible. I don't know if you speak Spanish or not. Unless you are truly a bodybuilder, a serious full-time bodybuilder. Like I said before, but serious full-time bodybuilders don't wrestle bears because they might get hurt and they might break a fingernail. Kimbo Slice was a good man. A heart attack? Yeah. Yeah. A heart attack at a young age probably put too much pressure on his heart, huh? I don't know, man. A lot of professional athletes don't live to be that old, do they? Yeah. Yeah, that is kind of a sport. Fighting bears is kind of a sport in Russia. You're right. You're right. Hello, Michelle. Leon. That's true. They do fight bears in Russia. That's hilarious. But they don't claim to be 360 pounds of pure muscle. They admit they have a layer of fat because, it does help. I know it helps to have a layer of fat because I have never had a layer of fat. And when I fall down, I hurt myself really badly because I'm very, very thin. I don't bounce. And I don't have a lot of insulation. Well, I can't see a doggone thing outside. I can't see if my dog is still looking at me or if she's gone into her doghouse. I don't see the blonde bombshell out there. Usually I can see her because she's very white. You were invited there to Russia? Oh, Kimbo, that's so sweet. You have good fantasies, kiddo. You have really good fantasies. Okay, Keith, what are you saying here? The light candle that shines bright burns twice as fast. You carry boulders. Of course you do, Kimbo. You carry boulders, yes. And you were invited to Russia to fight bears. Of course you were. Of course you were. Keith, go ahead and type it again. I'm curious because I don't always get whatever the metaphors are. Oh, I did not watch the movie Blade Runner. I've I don't watch a lot of movies. I've been in a lot of movies, but I don't watch a lot of movies. I think it's my attention span. I have a hard time. If I'm really into a movie, then I enjoy it. The last, oh God, you guys, I've been crying through some movies. I've been crying through movies on the Angel Network because they do those ones that tear at your heartstrings. The Senior, I cried through that one. The guy was a total jerk, but he learned. And I cried through the credits of that movie. Okay, rumors. Kimbo Slice, are you Canadian by any chance? You spell rumors with a U, which tells me you might be Canadian. Keith, I have been in a bunch of movies, but not named. I haven't been named in a bunch of movies because okay, chirping, go take care of your birdies. I've the one movie, my first major motion picture that I was in where I had lines in it and I had a little scene within a scene. I played opposite, trying to think of the name of the actor. He's he plays Rip in that movie that's filmed up in or the TV show that's filmed up in Colorado. I can't think of what it's called. I didn't watch it, but he plays Rip. And if I get it, I do watch the little clips of it on, I don't, what's it called? That TV show up in, I think it's filmed in Colorado. Kevin Costner was in it, and then he dropped out, probably because of his situation at home. Yellowstone, that's it. I had a scene in a movie with the actor, again, my brain. Sometimes I remember his name and some Cole Hauser. Yes. Thank you. I had a scene with him in a movie called Paparazzi. And it was actually my first, okay, I'll go all the way back to the beginning. I was background. I was just hired to be background. And at one point, the director called me out specifically and brought me forward, which made me, it gave me a pay bump because I was then, I forget what it's called. It's been a long time. Cole Hauser. Yes. I worked directly with Cole Hauser, face to face with him. I played a crazy lady, which was awesome. And I just had to be like the most insane fan because Paparazzi was all about this guy was super famous and people were like following him around and the paparazzi was chasing him and it was a movie about what happened to his family and him. And anyway, I had a scene with him. So my daughter, my oldest daughter was in, I think she was in technical school at the time in the military. I was not in Walking Dead, no. That didn't come up on my radar. Anyway, my oldest daughter, she called me from technical school. She was in Texas. And she said, "Have you seen Paparazzi?" And I said, "No, I'm not going to go see Paparazzi. It's just a B flick." It was, it was starring a bunch of people that were television actors, and Cole Hauser was unknown at the time. And I wasn't going to go to the movies. But I was dating a guy, and I told him, I said, "Well, my daughter said I have to go see it." Because she goes, "Mom, you have to go see it. It's the best. Oh my gosh." She goes, "I was on the edge of my seat the whole time." So I thought, okay, well, she didn't mention that she saw me in the movie. No, I did not have a 6-year contract with AMC. Never said that. Never used any of those words. I might have used the word with, but never in that context. Anyway, AMC, I wonder what that means. Anyway, so I asked the guy I was dating, I said, "Do you want to go see a movie with me? My daughter says it's really good and I'm in it." He goes, "Yeah, let's go see it." So we took my youngest daughter and we went and saw a movie with me in it. My scene wasn't in the movie. They cut it. I'm so sad. But I was in the movie. I was in it, I think 3 times. I could see myself because I knew what I was wearing and I knew where I was standing. You auditioned for Lord of the Rings in New Zealand. You were not tall enough and not short enough. You see, there's the thing. I'm too old to do anything anymore. But this was 22 or 23 years ago, something like that. I was still dyeing my hair, so I was able to work quite a bit back then. So that was one movie I was in, Paparazzi. My latest movie I was in was filmed in November of 2020, October and November of 2020. It was released in 2021, and it was the last notable project I've been in. And I actually played a lead in that movie. I played the lead character, or a lead character, named Kate, and it's a faith-based Western film called Lost Outlaw. It's available everywhere. It's a major motion picture. It was a $10,000 budget, you guys. So it's not what you're going to see when you go to the theater, okay? Lost Outlaw. Yes, Keith, I play Kate. And it was fun. Several of my grandchildren were in the movie, which was really fun. One of my grandchildren got to, because it was a Western, we had horses, and the wrangler was there, and she taught one of my grandchildren how to ride a horse that day. So they were out riding around. She was in full costume riding a horse around. And then two of my other grandchildren were in a scene. My granddaughter stayed for a few scenes. That was fun. And then I was in a short movie. It might be called The Uprising. And when I say short, I mean it's an 8-minute movie, The Uprising. I have one word in the movie, and my one word is seriously. That's it. That's my only word my only line in the movie is a single word. So that was fun though. It was a really fun movie. It was a 2-day shoot. They were shooting for a 20-minute short. They ended up with an 8-minute short. That was a fun. I think it was called The Uprising. I think. And I've been in a ton of other movies. I've been but actually, Keith, The Uprising that you would be looking for is only on YouTube. I think it's called Uprising. Is it called I think it's called Uprising. It's a short, but you have to put in Uprising and then Heather Parra, Parra. That was the writer director was Heather Parra and Uprising. And then you'll see the short. And I have very long, kind of chestnut red hair. I look like a total badass. I've got a knife on my thigh. I got into a fight. I am on IMDb. Absolutely. My IMDb credits are quite small because most of my work is background theater, industrials, and television commercials. Well, not television anymore, commercials. So, yes, Heather Parra. Yeah. And I think it's called Uprising. I always forget the name of the projects. What else? Oh gosh. I don't know. Indicut. Indicut. And that one is that one's like close to 20 years old as well. That one I play a supporting role. I play a very wicked woman in that one. And I don't know where that one's available. The RV is very comfortable. Yes, it is. The drag racing. Hey, Sidha, good to see you. It's been a while. In the cut. It's actually 3 words, Keith. In the cut by Biblical Films. It is a faith-based film, and I play a horrible person in the movie, a very wicked person in the movie. Someday I'll do a video about getting the phone call from the producer with them telling me the role they had cast me in. It's actually really funny. Indica, yeah. My husband's doing great chirping. He's actually on his way to Pennsylvania right now. He may even call me in a little while. Uh, Horrible in the movie. Yeah. I play a predator of sorts, and my prey are young men. Now, honestly, we shot a scene where I'm on the phone and this man is asking me to scare the crap out of his nephew and make him not want to work for me. So then I go on to attack his nephew in my office, and he runs screaming from my office as the previous man had done. But it's because I got the phone call from his uncle requesting that I scare the crap out of his nephew because he wanted him to work for him, but his nephew wanted to branch out on his own and work for me in my studio where I produce the kind of movies where people don't wear clothing. Okay. It's Yum Yum Studios, and I own Yum Yum, and my name is Caressa Crazy, Crazee, Caressa Crazy. There you go. And it was a lot of fun. My scenes were hilarious. I had so much fun in that movie. Anyway, that was really, really fun, you guys. Oh, the best part was going to the film festival because it was accepted at the San Diego Black Film Festival, and it won an award for faith-based film, and I might have won a second award. I don't know. I'm sitting in the front row with my husband, who was not there during the filming. He knew what my character was. He was busting up laughing about it. And Gordon, I don't think so. So we had invited some friends from the Christian ministry we used to belong to go with us because they were in San Diego at the same time. They lived down there. Said, "Hey, you want to go to a film premiere with us?" I play the most wicked woman. It was it was really fun. But I can't think of any other projects I'm in. I don't know. Like I say, most of my work, like I did background work in 13 Reasons Why, Sense 8, uh, Wives with Knives. Another one, Sex Sent Me to the Slammer. I'm background in that. I don't do a live every day. No, I don't do a live every day. I might set up, hey, love. I might set up a schedule and do lives. I need to talk to my husband about it first and see. But I just kind of jump on whenever he's not around. Right now, I'm at the ranch by myself, waiting for the bear to set off an alarm so I can go out and introduce it to some lead in my 45. Someone said a slur. Oh, brother, who is this person? All right. Well, if you're a master chief, you shouldn't be such a dick. Let's see, put you on timeout for a few minutes. There we go. A master chief, that's pretty high up. I've had a couple of family members who were senior master chiefs in the Air Force, I believe that's what they're called. There we go. All right, I put him on timeout. Yes, I do. I do shoot and stuff. Yes, I've got a 45 right there. You can't see it. I can't show it on YouTube. I would definitely hurt their delicate sensibilities, and I can't show you the shotgun that's over there. That would definitely hurt their delicate sensibilities. And if I do introduce the bear to some lead tonight, I might be able to show his peaceful face sleeping on video, but I have to be really careful. Oh, Halo games. Oh, okay. Well. Uh, bang bang. Yes. Bang bang for real. If it sets off an alarm and I'm live, I have to turn off the lights in here. I'll have to set down my phone. My This will still be on. I'll set down my phone and grab the 45 right there, click off the safety or yeah, take the safety off. How noble of you to not show. I know, right? So virtuous. I don't want to get a strike against me. It's strictly self-preservation. It's really funny though. I carry almost every day. I go shopping, I go to events. I don't go into banks and I don't go to the courthouse and, hospitals. I don't go to things like that with my sidearm, but I go a lot of places with a sidearm and people just see this little old lady. They have no idea. And that's fine. That's fine. Nobody should be scared. Not hunting. I haven't hunted in decades. I hunted when I was quite young, but we hunted for meat to actually eat. We never did. Well, I would have done depredation hunting like when the pigs come through and tear everything up. Sometimes you have to do some depredation hunting and you just leave them there because they're old and they're gross and they're not worth eating. But I've never hunted just to remove something. I've always hunted for the meat. Let's see, where are we? Yeah, soft hands. In fact, I may have to go over to Rumble at some point. Maybe if I do end up with the bear, I'll go over to Rumble and I'll just direct people over there. Keith, that's awfully sweet of you to say. I feel like my turkey neck is giving me away that I'm in my 60s. This is so. My mom is in her 80s and she's always talking about her neck and how horrible it is. And I'm like looking around because she lives in a place with a bunch of other people that are old. I'm like, Mom, everybody here has a neck like that. That's why some actresses wear scarves. I think that's why Diane Keaton always wore turtlenecks. Rest in peace, Miss Keaton. What would you be wrong about, Keith? Oh, no, I'm 63. Until I stopped dyeing my hair, I generally played someone 20 years younger than me if I was in a movie or TV show. I could get away with it. But now that I don't color my hair, I have to play someone my age or older. Okay, chirping. Hi, NKV Writer. Have you been here before, Mr. Writer? No, Rumble is not a very good platform, but it is a place where I could post a video of a bear that I sent to heaven, right? Logan, I haven't seen you in forever, dude. Thank you, Keith. I try to be attractive. Of course, when I have people in here that are like that other guy, oh, no, attractive, whatever. Attractive, schmattractive. Do animals go to heaven? I believe the Bible has some reference to that because there is, I can't think of where it is in the Bible, but animals that like attack and kill humans. Now, I'm not a theologian, okay? This is just what I remember. They go to hell. Animals that kill humans go to hell. So that tells me animals that don't kill humans go to heaven. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Now, I don't know of anybody who's been to heaven and come back and said that there are animals there. I don't know. I want to see my dogs in heaven. I want to see my goats. This stupid bear just dragged off in the last 2 weeks. I want to see my goats again, especially Abizab. I raised her from the moment she was born. She was born and she was rejected by her mother, and she was my baby for her whole life. Yeah, I don't know. I've got so many dogs and cats and birds and you know what? There might be some roosters looking for me in heaven. They'll be like, you took me in my prime, you horrible human. The bear will be up there all sharpening his claws. Yep, I've been waiting for you, woman. Oh gosh. There's my little girl. I'll show you guys. See if I can show you my girl over there on the couch. She is 14, very close to 15. She might even be 15 now. She's mostly deaf. She's got cataracts. She's a blue heeler and a rat terrier mix. That's the best I can figure. She has done her share of herding, rodent control. She keeps me warm at night, and she's just a very sweet little companion dog. She actually came to me from a lady I used to take care of, and she was only about a year old when I started taking care of her humans. And then after a few years, the husband had passed away and the wife had to go into a care facility, and she's always nervous. she's she's bug-eyed. She doesn't like when I point my phone at her. I don't know why. Like she just doesn't like. She's pretty relaxed right now, but when I point my phone at her and she knows I'm recording her, she starts acting really weird. She mostly wants me to go to bed. She wants to snuggle with me. We snuggle every night. We snuggle. Anyway, the old couple no longer could take care of her. So the fiduciary who was in charge of the estate, because they had no children or grandchildren, asked me if I would take her. And I did. I said yes. So I've had her since she was about 4 years old. And I've known her since she was just a year old. She has been my mini me since then. She absolutely adores me. And yeah, stage fright for sure, Keith. I am inside an RV. I'm on bear watch at the ranch. I'm definitely a fed. Me or the dog? Yum Yum Studios was the company that I supposedly owned. It was a prawn producer. movie producer. We produced Prawn, which could be why I was so interested in auditioning the young men. It was hilarious. Actually, at one point in the filming, they're checking me out because they're like, "There's something wrong with this lady. We're gonna send a dog in there with some kind of a special tracker on." She's coming over toward me. She likes to walk around on the floor in here and lick it. I can't imagine what she's licking, but she walks around and licks the floor. Could be that there's like goat and sheep and deer stuff on our shoes, maybe. I don't know. Doesn't sound delicious to me. Logan, yes, wink, wink for sure. Yum Yum Stew. Well, that's not the name of the movie, though, Keith. That's just the name of the company within the movie. That's the fictitious company I worked for, supposedly, that I did not really work for. I was not really that person. Ah, yeah, yeah. She's over here checking around my chair. She would love to be in my lap right now, but she's not a lap dog. She's too nervous to be a lap dog. Duck, you're right, duck. Although I always take my shoes off before I come in. I don't wear my shoes in the house ever. That's creepy. And I don't know that my husband ever goes around the ducks. I do 99%. Caressa Crazy, that's me, Keith. Caressa Crazy, Crazee, crazy. And yeah, a predator. Yeah, it's super creepy. Super creepy. Actually, Logan, it's just so I don't bring poop into my house because I do like to have clean floors. We have, when people visit, we don't want to have dirty floors in the house. So yeah, not necessarily Japanese, just country living style for sure. If I do wear shoes in the house, they are shoes that never come to the ranch. Your new username. Z. It has to be crazy with a Z E E. It can't be with a Y. I know your spell check is going to try to fix it for you every time. It's going to make it crazy with a Y, but it's crazy with a Z E E. That's my stage name, apparently, or was my stage name. But I wish they would have left the part in the movie where he called me on the phone and asked me to scare the crap out of his nephew. The old school name for Karens? I don't think so. Caressa Crazy? No. Caressa Crazy is a touchy feely name in the bad people world. Karens are not touchy feely. Karens are abrasive and prickly. Indicut. Yes. It was a fun movie. Another low budget movie. Oh, it was on Amazon Prime for a little while, but the quality was very low. It wasn't filmed in like 5D or whatever they film things in. My manager, I wish I had a manager. If I had a manager, I would probably be working right now. But I live in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing going on around me. I've even gotten a hold of some of the studios, production studios around here, and nobody wants an experienced actress from California. Every time you join this live, I'm talking about predators. That's true. There's the predator in the church who is still a preacher, still doing sermons. Me being a predator and the bear. Oh my gosh. This is sick, you guys. You're right. I should talk about something else. Cooking. I'll talk about cooking predators. Hey, I might be cooking a bear. But you know what? I really do think my husband mortally wounded it last week. He hit it in the backside with a slug, and the slugs are behind me. Ah, oh, here we go. Get one of these out of here. Oh no, that's full of buckshot. Never mind. That's not one of the slugs. I don't think I can put it back in the band. This takes dexterity I don't have. I have to see backwards through my eyes that don't exist on the back of my head to get this thing in there. Oh gosh. Oh well, that's not going in there. Anyway, the slug is in one of these. and it's about a half inch of metal. And predator preoccupation, absolutely. I don't know why they keep finding me. Like, seriously, I was auditioning to be the waitress. That's what I wanted to be. I mean, I auditioned to be the waitress. And they said no. Oh, but then I was also a zombie hunter in one movie. Or, well, I protected people from zombies in The Uprising. I was a good person. I'm a good person. And then in 13 Reasons Why, I was just a football fan and a cafe patron. I was in, I don't know, 2 or 3 episodes, I guess, of 13 Reasons Why. In Sense8, I can't remember. I think I was just somebody walking down the sidewalk, and I was in the movie theater, completely innocent, no crimes committed, for me or against me. You have some escaped. Oh, your broilers are escaping? They don't run very fast if they're broilers, right? Oh, but when they're little, they do. Prickly being annoying and case specific. Oh, is case specific. Yes. I don't mind